Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Castle for men's lacrosse action. I'm Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth once again, and it is the third showdown between your CCBC Essex Knights and the Arundel Community College Riverhawks. The Knights are 2-0 in those matchups this season. 17-11 victory here at the Castle was the outcome the last time these two teams went head-to-head. CCBC won 17 of 31 face-offs, though you see that first one of the game here doesn't go their way. Good defense put on by Woodard. He forces the ground ball, though Riverhawks are able to come up and scoop it. Still possession for them. And there's a missed opportunity early on for the Riverhawks. Mike Rogers, the long stick, is catching that ball in a good area, or was getting ready to catch that ball in a good area. Instead, the Knights have a chance to regroup, and the Riverhawks have to go again here with 30 on the shot clock. So 17-11 here. Knights, last time these two teams went up. The first matchup against these two teams, or with these two teams, I should say, was 20-7 Knights. So one blowout for these two teams, one close game, and our first shot is just wide of the net. Good slide to force that shot from a tough angle. Now under 10 on the shot clock. Riverhawks have to go, and they do go, and that'll restart it. And they get possession, and we have some laundry on the field as it will stay on this side. Saw those two Knights players meet with the one blue jersey, and then the flag followed shortly afterwards. So a minute and 30 seconds into this first quarter, we see the advantage unit for the Riverhawks. 30 seconds. Let's see what the strategy is here for the Riverhawks.
Penalty on CCBC number 43, Gavin Balloon, 30-second hold.
And the Knights force the Riverhawks into a bad pass and a turnover. And they are 8 seconds away from being at even strength and killing off the first man up of the game. And they do just that. So they kill off the advantage, and they get themselves their first offensive opportunity. And how quickly does it take Kyle Gunther to get an opportunity at goal? 14 goals in the games against Anne Arundel this year. He has scored in every game this season for the Knights. In the middle of an amazing season, number 15 is. And their 50-50 ball won by the Knights. Under 30 on the shot clock. Here's Clement. Or Schmidt, excuse me. There's Clement. And two good shots on goal. Two tremendous saves from Westervelt. So both teams opportunities here to start. Knights had two good shots at it. Riverhawks, a couple good shots. And also a penalty. Exciting first 4 minutes. Riverhawks 0-2 against the Knights, as we said already. Could erase all that with a big playoff win here right now on home, or on the road, excuse me. Play spoilers to the Knights here at the Castle. Riverhawks come in 6-6 on the season. Knights 8-4. 6:15 on the shot clock. So the Riverhawks, not a lot of time. It's a good defensive set here from the Knights, forcing the Riverhawks into a late shot, and that will bounce out. Riverhawks will have possession, but they got 1 second. So they give it right up. Nothing to do there, as that was a good defensive set. Woodard stops that with the body. That 44 jersey almost always right there in the middle of the action, particularly on the clear. And there was a good ride put on by the Riverhawks. They forced the turnover. And they elect not to go for the quick transition. Instead, they get their unit on, as one fan says hi. We have played 5 minutes here. We've seen good offensive opportunities on both sides. No goals yet. And here's an advantage as Lynchstein put on a good set. And there's a take that is just sent away, maybe by the posts, maybe by McGinn. Another good set defensively here for the Knights. We're seeing their second go at it offensively. Take all the way. Oh, nice defense. And oh, there. Nice defense by the Knights as well. That ball bouncing around both ways for a second. Good checks by both teams. And this is evenly matched. First quarter continues. Anything you can do, I can do better. Who's going to strike first with the goal? Sure, the Riverhawks coaching staff preached limiting the opportunities for the Knights. 50-50 ball is always so important. And there's a long shot. McGinn definitely saved that one. And he stayed down. Goal will count for the Riverhawks, but more importantly here for the Knights, you're worried about your starting goalie. Took a shot to the leg. Never got back up. We will take a break. First goal of the game for the Riverhawks. Our first injury timeout as well. And we're back here as
Scored by number 11, Sam Weishar. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 44 seconds.
we have a goalie change as Pierce McGinn checked out of the game due to the injury. Jacob Lantz, the sophomore out of Eastern Tech, is doing the goalie work right now. Lantz certainly capable in the goal. And there, the Knights answer right back with a goal of their own. Will Schmidt creating some quick, instant offense. The Knights got in their offensive zone and quickly attacked the goal. Started to say Lantz certainly capable between the pipes, but wonder if we'll see McGinn come back in at some point. McGinn, 85 saves on the season, second most in the country. A 51% save percentage, I should say, which was good for 8th best in the National Junior Conference.
8 minutes and 19 seconds.
So 1-1, tied up game here. Riverhawks answer with the first goal, and the Knights answer back very quickly with the tying goal. This is much like the start, at least, much like the baseball game we saw earlier here today. Back and forth contest. That was the thought coming into this game, is this one was going to be a close one. Here's Clement attacking. And the Knights answer with a 2-goal run here, as some great offense being created by a few players. Skelfie, the one who finished with the goal. But Clement was attacking, and then he ditched it off to Schmidt, who took it for a bit and then dished it off last to number 4, who was able to finish right in front. And the Knights have their first lead here now at 2-1.
Essex goal scored by number 4, Josh Skelfie. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 31 seconds.
Knights, maybe, possibly a 3-goal run here if they can capitalize on this opportunity after the whistle, and the Riverhawks in a dangerous position of letting the Knights run away with a little bit of momentum here. Cannot allow the Knights to get too far out in front on the driver's seat. Riverhawks know that, since they've already watched the Knights put a 20-piece on them earlier this season. Lights are on already here at the Castle, as evening is starting to turn to night. Clement gets caught up and taken down. See 3 flags come out there. And we will see the man-up unit for the first time for the Knights, as number 22, Evan Clement, the sophomore out of Mount Carmel, worked himself into a position where the defense had no choice but to foul.
Arundel penalty, number 17, Alan Usher, 30-second hold.
So it's the game's second 30-second penalty. Riverhawks had a 30-second penalty that was killed off. And maybe the Knights, same as the Riverhawks, going defense to offense quickly. And, oh, there is some good defense played by Will Schmidt. GB is picked up by the Riverhawks, and they are at even strength, so they do kill off the penalty. And some laundry is out on the field once again. Oh, here's a hole. One pass. Oh, and the pass can't be caught cleanly, and Lance is the first one to the line. But because of that penalty, I think possession will stay here on this side. Man, what could have been? There was a nice little 2-man game developing there. Sam Weiser, the goal scorer, cutting towards the front. Had a teammate ready to catch and shoot. Just couldn't get that catch part down. So
penalty number 19, Will Schmidt, 30 seconds, offsides.
So Will Schmidt, a good defensive play, but then ended up being offside. So another 30-second penalty. These two teams are both 0 for 1 on the man up so far. Riverhawks about to make it 0 for 2 here. Oh, what a check by Woodard. And then he gets the GB.
Oh, he lost it.
And he throws it behind the head of his teammate, Joe Wilson, who wasn't expecting it, though. The Knights are able to recover and get it. What a play by number 44. Nicholas Woodard. Freshman out of Fredericksburg, creating a possession for his team. Can they capitalize? They've scored 2 straight unanswered goals. Can they make it 3? Schmidt wanted to take, but his angle was cut off eventually. He'll take the pick instead. Turn to shoot and send it just a little bit high. Knights will hold on to possession now, under 30 on the shot clock. Clement won't need any of that because he comes around the pick and catches and shoots Ray Allen style. It is now 3-1 Knights. Evan Clement came around the curl, caught it, and shot it almost immediately. Number 22, always a threat to score. Showing it there as it's now 3 straight goals for the Knights in this first quarter. 4 minutes left to play.
Essex goal number 22, Evan Clement, assisted by number 19, Will Schmidt. Time of the goal, 4 minutes.
Oh, Nicholas Woodard, the long stick goal. The Knights are having themselves a first quarter.
Essex goal number 44, Nicholas Woodard, assisted by number 3, Gannon Tracy. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 52 seconds.
Man, a long stick goal. Not much more exciting than that. Woodard caught that in a perfect spot, cranked the big stick back, ripped it for one. 4-1. 4 straight goals for the Knights. Chance to make it 5 as it is another possession for them. Oh, and that is an opportunity that Ryan Frick will be thinking about later. That was a good scoring opportunity. Speaking of scoring opportunities, Pat Ruffalo just took his defender to school. Came up short on the test, though. He'll have another chance, I'm sure. 3 minutes now to play in this first quarter. First quarter that has been all Knights after the little back and forth we had for the first 4 minutes. Here's the pick play. Now some one-on-one. Oh, the dump off, and that's a good slide. And a great defensive possession for the Riverhawks. Thanks in large part to the great timing on the slide from number 19, Connor Bittner, sophomore out of Huntington. And the hands-on head reaction from the goalie says it all. Another possession here for the Knights. Think we should see a timeout here next time the Riverhawks get possession, unless it's a quick transition and an opportunity at goal. If they have to slow things down, it may be a good idea for them to take a timeout, take a deep breath, and talk some strategy. The Knights in full control of this one, not just on the scoreboard, but in terms of momentum as well. We're still very much in the early stages of this game. Do not want to let the Knights start to run away with this. Riverhawks have the talent to run with the Knights here, but they do not want to allow this to turn into an offensive shootout. And there, Clement winds up the stick and just comes up a little wide. Clement is so quick with his decisions. He catches the ball, and immediately he's trying to get into an area where he can rip off a shot or create a good passing angle for a team. Rarely do you see sophomore catch it and hold on to it, allow the defense to come to him. It makes the defense react, and that creates opportunities not just for himself but also teammates. If you keep the ball moving or keep yourself moving, it's going to make the defense think.
And Arundel illegal procedure.
Oh, what a save! And we've got a scrum for it. Connor Westervelt. Oh, it goes into the back of the net! The golf-style shot! Connor Westervelt took it off the chest and then watched two teammates fight over it, or fight for it, excuse me, and then he blinked and it went over his right shoulder. 5-1 now, Knights. Wow, what a first half for the gentleman in the white.
Essex goal by number 28, Evan Park. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 3 seconds.
Woo! What a big hit by Alan Usher. Another big hit from Alan Usher. So the Knights come out with the ball, and Gabriel Lynchstein scores. You can take all the big hits you want. I'll take the goals. Wow, what a first quarter for the Knights. The Riverhawks are thinking, I'll take that timeout now, please.
Essex goal, number 7, Gabriel Lichtenstein. Time of the goal, 47 seconds.
Here's another opportunity. Possession after the face-off. 6 unanswered goals here for the Knights. You know what the most impressive thing about that is? None of them coming off the stick of number 15, Kyle Gunther. And another goal, this one from number 18, Pat Ruffalo. And the body language seems a little deflated right now for the Riverhawks. Can't say I blame them. Pat Ruffalo says, I'm going to give them all that, Michael Vick style.
Essex goal, number 18, Pat Ruffalo. Time of the goal, 16 seconds.
Will that goal be the final goal that we see? It looks like it will be as the laundry comes out onto the field. And with 6 seconds left, I think we'll see the Riverhawks play to take this penalty into the second quarter. Give their defense a little bit of a break, excuse me. Stop the bleeding a little bit. 7 straight goals here for the Knights. The Riverhawks, first goal of the game. And then all night since then, and we do finally get that timeout. Though it comes from the other side. Knights take the timeout. Want to talk defensive strategy here. 6 seconds is all that separates these two teams from the end of the quarter whistle. 7-1 is the score right now. Take this opportunity to tell you about some of the Knights players that you see on the field here. Talked about Kyle Gunther. Leads the team with 35 goals, which is tied for third most in the country right now on his career. He's sitting at 65 goals and 26 assists. Fourth most points in shots in all of NJCAA. Evan Clement, man, we've already heard from already. He is third on the team in goals with 21 this season. He scored in 9 of the 12 games this year. Make it 10 out of 13. And what the Riverhawks want, what they need, is a goal here. Going on the attack right here. Oh, the swim! He takes it, and he's sent away by Lance! What great offense, better defense! Cue the Mutombo meme. Not today, young man, not today. What an end to a tremendous first quarter for the Knights. 7-1. We'll be back after this. Jacob Lance, the big save at the end of the quarter, still doing the goalie work here to start the second. Pierce McGinn is standing on the end of the bench with his team. Oh, yardstick for a second. Though he caught that, maybe not a full yardstick. He caught that stick before it hit the ground. I'll save that young man. Oh, the spin off the defender's back. But a good slide. Makes the Riverhawks have to rethink this possession. Though it also gives them a chance to get their unit on the field. Good take there from Trevor Collier. Looked like he had there something for a second. Maybe still something, though. Some laundry on the field. We'll keep it there. Or keep it here, I should say. A lot of laundry on the field already here in this one. Well, I guess it's fair to say that the penalties have been going both ways. Both teams have had their equal opportunities on the advantage. Neither team able to come up with that advantage goal yet. Though
Essex penalty number 10, Joe Wilson, holding 30 seconds.
An advantage goal here for the Riverhawks. Do wonders for their chances to close that gap before halftime. Oh, nice catch. One more pass, the shot, and the goal on the bounce. That was great offense. All set up by the tremendous one-handed catch from Trevor Collier. And the Riverhawks stop the 7-goal run Now make it a 7-2 game. Can they start a little run of their own? Go a long way in changing the tune of this one. As right now, it's still all Knights.
And on a goal, number 5, Francis O'Hara, assisted by number 3.
Big hit!
Time of the goal,
Though it draws the yellow flag.
42 seconds.
And maybe Alan Usher went one too many times to the cookie jar there. He's laid out a couple of big hits. This one, it looks like it landed him in the no-no. Little head-to-head, maybe. So not what the Riverhawks wanted. That's 1 minute, too. Wow, that's the biggest penalty we've seen today. So definitely not what the Riverhawks wanted. They stopped the bleeding, but then immediately...
Arundel, number 17, Alan Usher. Illegal body check. 1 minute.
Run out of Band-Aids. Still 30 seconds on this advantage. 50 seconds on the shot clock. And the Knights are working this ball with some quick passes. And, oh, no one's going to catch that one. And it'll go down as a turnover. Wow. Just like that. Riverhawks get back possession. Thanks to the mistake from the Knights. Though the Knights get it right back thanks to some great defense. Oh, behind the back, and followed by the great shot. What a great sequence there. The Knights shoot themselves in the foot for a second. They put on the good ride, force the turnover, and then the trickery you saw from 4 and 7. The pass was prettier than the shot that time, though. Lichtenstein, will get credit for the goal. Man, what a sequence there.
By number 7, Gabriel Lichtenstein, assisted by number 4, Joshua Stelpy. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 38 seconds.
Lichtenstein with a nice move there after the good pass from Skelfie. And just like that, the Knights answer back that goal. And are back up 6 once again. Shoot themselves in the foot there for a second once again as they turn that over on a pass. And, oh, man, more of the same. Oh, Gunther with a good swim move, though his behind-the-back pass doesn't find the target. Riverhawks trying to go quickly here. Oh, and a nice scrum for it. The whistle says Knights ball. Ho, 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 ho. Doesn't end up amounting to much, but a nice move there by Joe Wilson, just shrugging off the defender, maintaining possession for the Knights. As we have played almost a full 5 minutes in this second quarter, and there is some great offense, but better defense by the goalie to send away the shot. Though the clear attempt doesn't look like it's going to go the Riverhawks' way. Whistle bails him out, though. Possession for the Knights after all that. Wilson lost it for a moment, but got it right back. As we have played 5 minutes here in this second quarter. Scoring pace has slowed down a bit. Knights looking to pick that up, though, here. 45 seconds for them to play with in this possession. See what the strategy is. Not a lot of movement away from the ball right now. As he runs around 2 picks, then they all scatter. Now they're all spread out. Driving lanes are open. There's a long take and a good save on a laser shot from Castillo. Here's where the struggle's been, and once again, more struggle. Gunther gets the ground ball. The ride has been good, don't get me wrong. I mean, any disrespect to the Knights, but the Riverhawks are shooting themselves on the foot and on the clear time and time again. Turnovers in their own zone. Gunther, a good shake and bake. Gets himself some room for the shot. The shot comes up empty. Just over 8 minutes now to play in the second quarter. 50 on the shot clock. The Knights another possession. Here comes Allen. He'll dump it off. A good pass. Found Ruffalo in a tight zone. And Laundrie's on the field once again. Looks like it'll go against the Riverhawks. That'll be a 30-second advantage here for the Knights.
And Arundel penalty, number 14, Brandon Griswold. 30 seconds holding.
And he takes Gunther, that is, as far as he could. Clement came up with the rebound, though. It was whistled dead, and the Riverhawks will take it. They've got possession, grass in front of him. And now, even men on the field. Take goes as far as he can, and that was a good collapse defensively. Forcing that shot to be a little bit more difficult than he initially thought. Possession still with the Riverhawks. Chance to cut into that lead a little bit more. This is good offense being created, and they capitalize on it. They had that Knights team stretched out, and the slide was just a little late, as you see them talking strategy now. Right in front of the crease. Wide open opportunity for number 16. John Coach Thibodeau. Eight to 3 now. Riverhawks hanging around here. If they can go on a run to close out this second quarter and make the second half a lot more interesting.
And on a goal, number 16, John Thibodeau, assisted by number 11, Sam Weishar. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 15 seconds.
Even given these 2 goals in the second quarter for the Riverhawks, it still feels like it's all Knights here. Good defensive stop. Go a long way in changing that. Allen takes it as far as he can, and his bounce shot just comes up a little empty. Allen will take it again. This time the bounce shot comes up a little wide. Last one bounced over the top post. This one bounces a little bit to the side. Allen, give him another chance. He may 3 bears this thing right here. Allen sent down to his knees. Good defensive set there. Time is running out. This is a great defensive set as they send that away. And it all ends on a good goal. Wow. 2 great defensive plays on that set, but the slide on the final shot is a little late. And Ruffalo makes all that hard work for nothing as he gets that goal right back. 9-3. The Knights in the driver's seat. A little further now.
Essex goal, number 18, Pat Ruffalo, assisted by number 4, Joshua Skelfie. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 51 seconds.
We're getting big hits all around here. Knights take over possession after the whistle. Physicality has picked up here in this second quarter. And there is a nice take at the midfield from number 1, Niles Tinsley. Though Liechtenstein is able to get it right back eventually. Oh, wow, what a take all the way to the cup. Joshua Skelfie. 10-3 now. And the Knights well back out in front once again. Got a chance to watch this Knights team practice earlier this week before a men's soccer game. They were running like kids out there, young kids.
Goal, number 4, Josh Skelfie. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 11 seconds.
Just running up and down the field, really. I mean, not running wind sprints, but the drills that they were running could be compared to wind sprints. So this Knights team getting their lungs ready for a long run. They're in the middle of a long run here in this game. And the way things are going here, combined with the nice saves we have seen from Jacob Lance, Be surprised if we see number 13, the starting goalie, Pierce McGinn, here again this afternoon. Oh, and there's a spin by Wilson. He wants to take it underhand, and oh, man, Wilson, he may get it. Wilson knows he almost had himself a top 10 goal moment on both sides. One with the underhand scoop, and then with the steal on the pass. Joe Wilson, number 10, working hard here. Knights working hard offensively here again. They have another possession. Sun is starting to set over the castle here. It's a lovely evening for lacrosse. And there Ruffalo ends up on... Oh, no! What a play! What a play! Pat Ruffalo with the pass from his behind over to Castillo, who catches and lays it up. And the nightmare first half will continue a little bit longer here for the Riverhawks. Remember, the Riverhawks fell victim 20-7 to the Knights earlier this season. Are we in store for another one of those games?
Jaden Castillo, assisted by number 18, Pat Ruffalo.
Oh, here it goes. Long stick, looking to score. Actually, he gave it up. Ruffalo looking to go swimming, and he cannot stay away from the other team's stick. He picked up a penalty that was waved off because of the goal. This time he gets another one. This one 30 seconds. Number 19, Connor Bittner. 11-3 the score.
Penalty, number 19, Connor Bittner, 30 seconds holding.
It's another holding penalty. Certainly not the first time we've heard that today. So just over 3 minutes to play in this first half. And Gunther winds up and puts one right onto the spoon of Westervelt. And I think the 11-3 score for the Knights is certainly surprising if you're a Riverhawks fan, but if you're a Knights fan, I'm sure you felt confident, coming into this one. I don't think the 11-3 score is that surprising. I think what's most surprising by that is Kyle Gunther doesn't have any goals to his name here yet so far this afternoon. Not only does he not have any goals here, but he hasn't had that many solid opportunities either. His teammates are, though, and they're making the most of it. Riverhawks hoping to make the most of this opportunity. We've got 30 seconds left on the shot clock. And they'll take that shot, and they will get themselves a fresh shot clock as that one was sent away by Lance. Now under 2 to play. I know it looks terrible right now here for the Riverhawks. They're really just one run away. And they've shown the skills defensively to get in this one. They've had some great defensive sets. Just they have not been able to consistently limit the offense. Combined with, they have not even been able to consistently create offensive opportunities for themselves. I mean, let alone them shutting down the offense for the Knights. They've got to find a way to consistently create offense for themselves. We talked about how they didn't want to turn this into a shootout. Well, it's got the makings of a shootout right now. Start to look a little bit more like a shootout here if the Knights can go on a run in this final 50 seconds. And they'll talk strategy, figure out a way to go on a run here. 47 seconds left, 57 on the shot clock. So the Knights can't hold for the final possession, but they can make it close, make it difficult. 11-3. It's already difficult here for the Riverhawks. And we are back here ready to close out the final seconds of this second quarter. Second quarter, much like the first, it's been mostly all Knights. It's led us to this 11-3 score. We got a couple of Knights players just smashing that O button, circle after circle, spin after spin. Little bit of a scrum for it. Riverhawks come out with possession, but they are immediately sandwiched by two white jerseys. And have we seen the final play of this first half? It looks like we have, as that ball will bounce over the line and out of bounds. And that clock will hit triple zeros. 11-3 is our score after the first 30. The Knights in the driver's seat. Will that stay the same in the next 30? Stick with us, and we're going to find out. And what will the halftime adjustments be for these two teams? We're going to find out here as the first 15 of the second half is underway now. And the first possession goes to the Knights thanks to the great midfield work by number 7, Gabriel Lichtenstein. The midfield work has been strong here for the Knights, not just offensively, but defensively as well. And Schmidt, a nice spin around the defender. Doesn't create much of a driving lane, though that does. And he rips it off and is just a little wide. Started to say the midfield work, tremendous, not just offensively, but defensively as well. A lot of turnovers created in the midfield area and also in the offensive area of the Knights. There, a turnover created by the defense of the Riverhawks, and can that be a momentum stealer? Steals a possession for sure, as they've got it in their offensive zone now. Can they build on it here? I don't think the Riverhawks are in need of a 5-6 goal run right out of the gates, but nice 2-goal run here to start things. Go a long way helping their comeback efforts. Figured out a way to slow down the scoring a little bit in the second quarter as they added 2 goals themselves. Just got to figure out a way to build on that here. It's a good offensive possession for them, but a better defensive set as Woodard eventually forces the turnover. And there's number 44 and number 7 going to work once again defensively. The Knights have successfully gone defense to offense. Can they finish? Some good defensive possessions to start for both teams. You had the interception on this side by the Riverhawks. And then the Knights forcing the ground ball. And then the scoop. Here comes Clement. 1-2. Spin, turn. Gets the advantage and then gives it up. Oh, Will Schmidt just truck sticks through a defender. 3 minutes played here in the quarter. Allen will take it. And, oh, he's sent away by the goalie. Oh, no, not the goalie. Alan Usher has been delivering big hits all afternoon. He says, don't give the goalie that big hit. Give it to me. Should be no surprise that number 17 is on the other end of a nice defensive play. And there's a nice defensive play by the Knights. Gavin Bloom says we can hit over on this side as well. Possession still for the Riverhawks. Oh, man. Physicality picking up here in this one. We are seeing big defensive plays all over the field. And here's a transition. One more pass. And the shot climbs up the elevator all the way to the top floor. He wanted it to get off in one of those corners. It just kept riding. That pass is deflected. And the ground ball scooped up by the Knights. And, oh, man, there's a dangerous pass. Maybe it wasn't dangerous, but the result certainly was. It's a turnover. And now the Riverhawks, chance to capitalize. That big number 4-4 out there, wreaking some havoc defensively already. And he just broke his stick. He'll have to go get a new one. Oh, the pool's open. Oh, top shelf is as well. Great offense. Sam Weiser went swimming with the swim move and then ordered lunch from the top shelf. 11-4. Riverhawks answer with the first goal of the second half. Can that be the first goal of their comeback attempt? Still a lot of time left to be played here in this game. You saw Nicholas Woodard with a good defensive play.
And on a goal, number 11, Sam Weisbach.
He was right on
Goal, 9 minutes.
the ball carrier's backside. Then he broke his stick, had to run off the field, go get a new one. And that kind of gave the Riverhawks enough of an opening. They were able to get that ball into their offensive zone, quickly get into a set, and quickly capitalize. 11-4 now. Trying to make it 11-5 as they had a player cutting in front of the crease. Comes up a little short. Here come the Knights trying to answer back. They've been able to do that pretty much all game long. Every time the Riverhawks have scored, they've been able to answer back with one or two themselves. We've played 6 minutes here in this third quarter. The intensity has certainly picked up to start things in this second half. There's a nice dodge. The alley was open for a second, but the slide was right on time. Shot it down, forced the pass. Oh, there's an interception, and here comes the transition. Spin, and the slide right there for the Knights this time. Force the Riverhawks to slow things down. They stole a possession. Can they steal a little bit more momentum? They can! And the whistle for the goal and the flag. 11-5 now. And we've seen Jacob Lance in between the pipes ever since the injury to number 13, the starting goalie, Pierce McGinn, does this run here for the Riverhawks. Maybe think about putting number 13 back out there. Lance has played really well. He's made some tremendous saves. Will have a chance to make a few more. He still is doing the goalie work here. Riverhawks chance to make it a 3-goal run as they win possession after the faceoff. Oh, that pass a little bit too far out in front of its target, and that'll go down as a turnover. So a dream start to the quarter here for the Riverhawks as we have some laundry on the far sideline. We got some hooping and hollering out there as Gavin Bloom will send the Knights man down unit on the field as he heads over into the no-no zone. 1 minute for him. And man, what a turn of events here, as this is another opportunity for the Riverhawks. They've put up 2 already here in the quarter. Can they make it 3?
Essex penalty number 43, Gavin Bloom. 1 minute.
Quick passes, forcing the defense to collapse. They get that shot off. Riverhawks are first to the line, but not by much, as Lance was quick to come out of the pipes. 30 seconds has been killed off. And there's a deflection. Who else but number 44 right there in the middle of the action with that big stick, a new fresh stick, I should add. 10 seconds left on this advantage here for the Riverhawks. And they'll get a shot off during that, and that's it. As McNull comes in and makes sure that 1 is all they'll get. McNull, the good long pass to Wilson. And the Knights are now in their offensive zone. They've killed off a penalty, and they're back at even strength. They'd love to get back further in the driver's seat as Allen watches the turnover go the other way. And oh man, the Riverhawks just gave a gift away. The one-on-one game was right there in front. Just couldn't capitalize on it. Thibodeau, if he would have caught that cleanly, what could have been? Just over 5 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. What a third quarter it's been, as evening has turned to night, and we are playing under the bright lights. And the Knights want to take a timeout and talk strategy. I don't say I blame them. They have watched this game take a little bit of a turn here in this third quarter. They are still very much in the driver's seat in this one, 11-5. The Riverhawks maybe figuring something out here in the late stages. And we're back here, and let's see what the strategy session yields after the timeout. The strategy session after the halftime whistle was a good one for the Riverhawks, as they've been able to put 2 goals on the board and chip away at the lead for the Knights, make their comeback efforts a little bit easier. And that one is just a little bit wide, as Kyle Gunther was working overtime to get himself in a good goal-scoring area. He found himself there. Just came up a little empty on the attempt. Here comes Clement. He takes and then turns and gives it up to Allen. Allen, another man who's been quiet here this afternoon. And he'll be a little bit more quiet as his pass is deflected. And there's now 10 seconds left on this possession here for the Knights. And the possession ends. They overthrow Allen. And the Riverhawks' third quarter continues. This is a good ride put on here for the Knights. Forcing the ball from one side to the other, and the Riverhawks need to get this ball over the line, and they do just in time. Man, what a good ride put on there by the Knights, though the Riverhawks are able just in the nick of time to clear it. 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And man, what a defensive take from Woodard, and what great stick skills. Oh, his pass left a little bit to be desired, though it finally does find a target. And oh, what a take by the Knights. The broken play ends in success for number 18. And the Knights have their first goal of the quarter. Man, all that set up once again. No surprise if you've watched this team all season. An offensive possession set up by the great defense by number 44. He's not going to get credit on that play for anything other than a ground ball.
Essex goal by number 18.
But all that set up by number 44.
Assisted by number 19, Will Schmidt. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 51 seconds.
And after stealing a little bit of momentum, the Riverhawks may have watched the Knights steal it right back. It's now 12-5 with just over 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Turns, spins, goes to shoot, and his pass, or his shot, really should go down as a pass, as it just skipped over the goalie and went right over to, I believe, Scalfie on the other side, and he was able to finish. 13-5 now, and just like that, the Knights have gotten those 2 goals right back. So all that work the Riverhawks did to build a little bit of a comeback is washed away there. And the quick strike ability
Essex goal by number 4.
on display once again.
Assisted by number 18, Pat Ruffalo. Time of the goal, 3 minutes.
Oh, Lichtenstein's going to take. Oh, what a save! What an opportunity created by number 7, as he took that as far as he could. Gave it up to a teammate, and they just missed. Just over 2 minutes now left to be played in this third quarter. Body language out there on the field kind of says it all for the Riverhawks. They knew they had something going. Just like that, in a matter of 30 seconds to a minute, they've watched the Knights unravel it. And the shot is high, and Lance is quick to come out of the crease. Possession 1 for the Knights. And we've got just over 90 seconds left to play in this quarter. I want to thank you for joining us here this afternoon, and also want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square for keeping the crew fed in between games. As this is game 2 of a doubleheader, we had men's baseball action before this, and Allen goes swimming and then comes up a little empty on the shot. Knights looking to make it a clean sweep here in the playoffs to start things. It's the baseball team winners in their game. Here's a take that will not find its target. Instead, it's deflected, and Clement has it. Under 50 to play now in this quarter. Allen still pressing. And he'll take it all the way and be sent away. As the goalie made the save from the knees that time. That'll restart the shot clock, and now the Knights can hold for the final. Oh, there's the alley. And he can't shoot from the hip. He just comes up a little empty. And there will be no buzzer beater here in this quarter, as Westervelt makes sure of it. 13-5 will be the score at the end of 45. What will be the end score after an hour? We'll find out after this. And we are back here ready to play the final 15. The first 45 has been all Knights, as they are up here 13-5, excuse me. And there we got a nice fight for the ball. Two teams going after it. Woodard, no surprise. The one right in the middle of the action, and also the one who comes up with the ground ball. He's a vacuum cleaner with that big stick. Almost uses it like the extendo wand. Picking up the dust from behind the couch. Riverhawks started the third quarter with a 2-goal run. Watch the Knights erase that in the late stages. And there is an interception that puts an end to the Knights' possession there. And here come the Riverhawks going defense to offense with some enthusiasm. Oh, here's an alley and a take and a score. Francis O'Hara, the freshman out of South River, with a nice move there. Good ball control. He kept that stick low, got around the pick, took it as far as he could, and finished at the cup, 13-6 now. The Riverhawks are keeping their comeback hopes alive. Started the third quarter by saying the Riverhawks don't need to go on a 5-6 goal run, but it does really seem like they need to go on a 5-6 goal run here to start. Now, you certainly can't approach the game with that mindset of we need to score 5 goals right now. You can't score 5 goals right now. All you can do is score one after one after one. Build on each one. Here's an opportunity to build on the goal they just scored as they have possession after the whistle. Oh, there's a nice spin, creating some offense. Gets the defense to slide. Can they capitalize? And he maybe tried to do a bit too much there. Had the defense on his shoulder. Tried to take it right to the crease. Possession still for the Riverhawks, but now under 50 on the shot clock. Still plenty of time. And a good defensive possession as the Riverhawks looked like they had the Knights out of position there for a moment, but a good slide forced the shot to be taken from a tough angle. That shot was taken from a great angle, but Lance came up big. Man, sometimes you play goalie in this sport. It is kill or be killed, and Lance said, I'm going to live to see another day. Woodard, another big one. Number 44, have yourself a day. And he gets on that score sheet. You gotta love to see that if you're a Knights fan, player, or coach. You see number 44 work overtime all season long, and he comes up with a big goal here in the playoffs for his team. I only say this to highlight just how big he plays on the field, but Nicholas Woodard only stands at 5'9". You'd never know that by watching him play there on the field with that big stick. And here's defense to offense quickly. The shot. What a save by Westervelt. Defense to offense quickly here on the other side. Charles Barkley impression as he posts up. And his pass out of the post was nice. The catch by his teammate, not so much. Oh, my goodness, what a poke by Nick Barton. Riverhawks get it right back, though. A good pass. Oh, turn and shoot out of the hip. And they just missed. We are seeing some great plays on both sides here. Nick Barton with a great poke check to get the ball out of the stick. Or excuse me, that was not Nick Barton. That was Gunnar Covell. Nick Barton is on the other side. Gunnar Covell, give that young man his due. Covell with a great pick. Here comes the offense for the Knights. Oh, man, he comes in and immediately finishes. And you'll see, talk about coaches preaching to their players. Keep an eye on the player checking in from the sideline right there. He checks in, gets a goal, checks right back out. Slight work.
Essex goal, number 28, Evan Park, assisted by number 15, Kyle Gunther. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 18 seconds.
And we'll have a whistle that will stop things for a moment. We've played almost 4 minutes here in this fourth quarter, and it looks like the Knights picking out right where they left off in the late stages of the third quarter. Getting some offense on the board. Making some big defensive plays. It's been the story of the game for them so far. Skelfie takes it. Is that Skelfie? I don't believe it was, actually. Whoever that was, it was definitely not Skelfie, as he goes over and congratulates him. Instead, it was number 8, Ryan Frick. Ryan Frick with a nice play there. Frick working overtime to get himself into a good goal-scoring area, and just like that, the Knights have their largest lead of the game at 16-6. That may be the nail.
Number 8, Ryan Frick. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 37 seconds.
Oh, yard sale. And some frustration being let out there on the field as you saw the laundry come out. Separate a man from his stick. Skelfie going swimming. Oh, he fakes high, goes low. One more pass. Oh, and one more goal for the Knights. Kyle Gunther breaks through for number 1. Get the monkey off that young man's back. What tremendous offense. You saw the catch. He faked high, he faked low, he went around and created some offense for a teammate. The Knights reaching deep into the bag of tricks here.
Essex goal by number 15, Kyle Gunther. Assisted by number 18, Pat Ruffalo. Time of the goal, 9 minutes, 56 seconds.
So 36 goals. Oh, right there. The Riverhawks answer back with 1. Started to say 36 goals on the season for Kyle Gunther. 66 goals now on the career for Kyle Gunther. I wonder if we'll see that young man here again here at CCBC Essex, as rolling has come down from the top level that all athletes playing this year will have another year of eligibility. So if Kyle Gunther wants, he can come back, take his talents, another go-round with Coach Burke and the Knights next year if he wants. So you score 36 goals, tied for third most in the country. You're going to get some offers, I'm sure. Let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. Oh my goodness! Look at the stick skills! Gannon Tracy, extra work in the weight room, obviously. At 2 blue jerseys try and make a number 3 sandwich. Just stiff-armed both of them. Under 10 to play now. Just over 30 on the shot clock. Knights have time. They're well in the driver's seat here. Not seeing a lot of movement away from the ball. Let's see if the Knights try and run a play here in this final 10. And they're content with taking the violation here. Oh, no, they're not! Ruffalo steals one as he finds Evan Park, who cuts in front and finishes. do not believe. Was that Evan Park who scored? We're going to find out here in a second. Man, looked like for sure the Knights were going to take that violation, and just like that, the underhand pass, the catch, the shoot, 18-7. Little deja vu here as, remember, these two teams played to a 27 finish earlier this season. We may be in store for another one right here.
Goal by number 28, Evan Park, assisted by number 18, Pat Ruffalo. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 22 seconds.
So Evan Park, the freshman out of Westminster, does indeed get credit for the goal. 8 minutes separating these two teams from the end of this contest. That 8 minutes, I'm sure if you're a Riverhawks player, coach, or fan, can't come any faster. Possession here for them. They'll switch fields, and they had two players going after that ball. Frustration starting to set in here. Oh, there's a nice find and a better save. Lance with a great save. And the Knights will take a timeout, get their unit on the field, and talk strategy here. They're in the driver's seat, starting to make laps here, as it is an 18-7 score with just over 7 minutes to go. We'll take a break with these two teams. And we're back here. Ready to play the final 7 minutes of this contest. Knights were the ones to take time out. They wanted to talk strategy here. Maybe also wanted to take that break to get the men on the field that they wanted, as they find themselves firmly in control of this one, 18-7. You can spot winners on losing teams, though, and there's a lot of winners here in this Riverhawks team. There's been some great effort. This game, you can't say from the jump because the Riverhawks got out to the first lead, but the Knights were able to answer that first goal almost immediately with a goal of their own and then a nice little run that followed. And ever since then, it's certainly been all Knights, but had numerous Riverhawks players step up, make some big plays, keep the comeback hopes alive. One of those players, of course, being number 17, Alan Usher, freshman defender out of South River. He's made some big plays defensively for his team. And of course, you got to give a shout out to the goalkeeper, number 8, Connor Westervelt, the freshman out of Pasadena, Maryland. He's made some tremendous saves. This game would look a lot different if it wasn't for number 8 in between the pipes, and this game's going to look a little bit different after that goal for the Riverhawks, as the lead for the Knights is back to just 10. Riverhawks found that bottom corner for goal number 8. Pretty much almost all of the offense here for the Riverhawks coming in this second half.
And Arundel goal scored by number 27, Sam Barrett. Time for the goal, 6 minutes, 3 seconds.
They've got a little fight for it. Knights come out with possession. Almost take a referee's head off with a pass. And as we are almost at the 5-minute mark, and man, what a nice spin from behind the cage, creating some space, and Castillo cannot finish on the catch and shoot. So with 5 minutes, the Knights will take over on possession again, though with the same time on the shot clock, as that didn't call the restart, or call for a restart. Knights definitely have gone to the well here in this late stages of the fourth quarter. Seeing some opportunities handed out. Who will capitalize on those opportunities? That's the question. No one's going to capitalize on that possession, as Westervelt will get its credit for another save. And that'll be another solid defensive outing for the gentlemen in blue. Once again, spot a lot of winners on a losing team here, as that was a good defensive set for the Riverhawks. They'll take over and get the clear with under 4 minutes to play. And that one's sent away. Maybe got the middle of the pole there. And man, almost a steal right in front of the crease. He does get the steal. But the shot won't count, as he was in the crease, they say. And we will get a whistle and a flag. Who will it go against, though? Looks like the Knights. It is. Evan Park, 1 minute. Here's an advantage for the Riverhawks, though actually make it even. 1 minute for each team. Woo-hoo, nice trickery on the other side. So Evan Park for the Knights and Nick Barton for the Riverhawks.
Penalty on Arundel, 13, CJ Thacker, and Essex, number 28, Evan Park. Unsportsmanlike conduct for both, 1 minute.
All right, and we are back to the action here. Oh, nice spin. Doesn't create much space as Elijah saw that one coming. Elijah, good D-midi in training here. We've seen him get some playing time in a lot of games here this season. But Elijah Kai, number 1, freshman out of Chesapeake Beach. And oh, man! Oh, man, oh, man! Possession here for the Riverhawks again. Oh, gets his defender off of his back. And man, what a dodge there. Trevor Collier had a defender tied to his hip. And as soon as he wasn't, he was able to rip that shot off. And it is 18-9 now. A little late for the comeback effort, but Riverhawks not going down without a fight.
And Arundel goal scored by number 3, Trevor Collier. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 38 seconds.
The bounce pass almost. Key word, almost. Ends up being a beauty. Knights will have another go-round at it. Just over 60 on the shot clock and just over 2 on that game clock. So we are running out of time, and the Knights maybe running out of possession here. Oh, nice hustle to get it right back. Ball was headed towards the midfield line. There's a couple blue jerseys looking to get a stick on it. Evan Park quickly came from the other side and said, we'll hold on to that for a little bit longer. How much longer, though? 30 seconds on this possession now. The Knights now 90 seconds away from moving to 3-0 on the season against this Anne Arundel Riverhawks team. Anne Arundel will be moving to 6-7 on the season. Knights will be moving to 9-4. This is the first national tournament game in 5 years for the Knights, and it was a good one. They were Region 20 runners-up. They lost to Hartford 16-8. Actually, both these teams were coming in off losses to Hartford.
Final minute of play in regulation. Final minute.
Both these. Oh, what a save by Lance! And that may be the final save he makes in that final minute, or maybe not. As the Riverhawks try and answer right back, and they'll take a timeout. Or will they just give it right back on possession? Looks like they will. Started to say both these teams were coming off losses to Hartford. Both these teams had winning streaks snapped to Hartford. Knights were coming on 3 wins in a row. Riverhawks 2 wins in a row. Only one of these teams is walking out of here with a win here tonight. That'll be the Knights, as the Riverhawks will make it 2 losses in a row. As the final score here in this one will be 18-9 as the Knights hold on for this final possession. Not looking to add any more goals, as that one will take us to the end. The clock has 3 zeros on it, which means we've played all that we have in store for us. Final score in this one, 18-9. Check out the Knights' Instagram and Twitter pages for updates on the team as they move on in the tournament. I'm Aaron Thomas saying thank you for joining us this evening.